Welcome to the most horse-powerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
No power greater than X.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horse-powerful podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my good friends Mitch and Fee, not Bowza. Mitch, how you doing there, buddy? Bowza is resting in peacefully this week. Mitch, how are you, bud?
Bowza's on vacation. She's enjoying herself.
Happy birthday, Mitch! How you doing,
Thanks,
man?
buddy.
You're another year older, another year wiser. How's everything? How you doing? How are you celebrating?
I wish for hair and it didn't happen, so I'm a little sad, but we're cool. We're here.
Did you blow out all your candles, or did you leave one? Did you leave one for your
did, in
boyfriends?
fact. I did. What?
Hey, man, just whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess. No, I didn't. You know what? That must have been. I didn't blow out all my candles, but I got my popcorn.
Next
so
year.
we're good.
It'd be kind of amazing if all of a sudden just the hair just like popped right back.
Hey, Freaky Friday's a movie where people swap places. Things happen. It's
true.
That's true. That's true. That is apparently in your mind a related fact.
100%. I mean, like Disney movies are real. They make magic happen. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness! I hope you had a great birthday. I didn't want to interrupt you too harshly this week because it is, of course, your
nice.
birthday. I have to admit, as I was screaming "Happy Birthday," I'm like, "Was that today? Was that still?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
was still in the Discord today. Yes. that was
Yeah,
still
we all
me.
wished
Yeah.
him a birthday. I
Yeah,
think you were the one
3:30
who
in the
called him
morning.
out.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, I've got everybody's in the calendar, man. I've got all your personal birth information in my Google Calendar, everybody. So just think about that.
All right.
Yeah,
true.
next time I'll say, hey, everybody, we clap and we say happy birthday to Mitch, who was born at exactly this time at this place, this hospital. And
Now-
his
now
mother's
we're gonna
maiden
get
name
weird.
is this. That'd be strange.
Sean could change
That'd be really
passwords
weird.
of mine with secret questions. That's crazy.
Fee, my fellow Canadian. How
Yes.
the hell are you?
I'm doing great, Sean. I am
Great.
so excited. Yeah, thank you. I should be the Mitch this week. Just cut me off.
I'm just kind of, I don't even know what's going on this week, you guys.
He
The
felt so
Xbox
bad that he
Drive-
didn't have anybody
What?
to cut off that he just wanted to he's got to do it to somebody. And apparently I was the nice one.
Listen, the first, I don't know, however many hundreds of episodes, I would always interrupt my co-host by getting a drink at McDonald's. Now, I've already got it here.
There you go.
It's,
That works.
they've got lots of condensation I've got to battle with here. With all these electronics around, this is bad. It's pouring sweat. It's sweating in my hands, this drink. It's a nice, sweaty drink for me to have. And I just dripped it on my mouse. So there.
Now it's going to ruin everything on the show.
Now it's all going to short out. We'll see how this goes.
figure it
Holy
out.
crap. Episode 391 of the Xbox Drive. We are recording live at youtube.com/carpoolgaming and twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. We're going to get into what is going to be an extraordinary show. Even though we miss Bowza, Bowza's on vacation. She's practicing,
Well-deserved.
safe sun, and she's in the shade, or if not, she's using sunscreen. I'm sure everything is fine. She's a responsible human being. But before we get into all the other nonsense, let's start this show like we do each and every damn week with our geek outs. Fee, what do you got for me? What are you geeking out about this week, you
Okay.
big dork?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm about to get real dorky up in here. I'm gonna geek out about television shows where I feel like I cannot binge them, Sean. As you know, I
So
love
specific.
watching TV. I'm going to explain. So there's only a few shows that I need to watch only 1 or 2 episodes, and then I need to take a break. That
Yes.
includes things like Man in the High Castle. It includes Severance. And now a television show that it's constantly it makes me feel incredibly uneasy, but I love watching it. And I'm just about to watch this season finale. I'm a little bit behind, and that's The Pit. And I don't know if you guys know what The Pit is. Guys, it is insane. So the preface is it is essentially literally the day in the life of someone who works in an emergency room, and they call it The Pit.
Oh
a
yeah,
doctor
yeah, I
called
have
The
seen
Pit.
these. Mm-hmm.
Every
Is that on
episode
Max?
is 1 hour. It is on Max.
I've seen that,
For
thank
us,
you.
it's
Okay.
Crave. And the entire entire season is 15 episodes, and every hour is that particular episode. It's literally 1 hour, and it goes from start to finish. And you can even check okay, so they're talking about oh, it's 13:10, but it's 10 minutes into the episode.
Like 24, like Jack Bauer.
Yeah. This
Yeah, if you say so.
I mean, I haven't
Very
watched
much
it in a
like
very
that,
long
indeed.
time.
Thank you.
But no, it's so interesting, and there have been times where I've had to just sit, I'm just watching the end credits, and I stop it from going on to another episode, and I'm listening to the song Fail Forward, which phenomenal song, by the way. Would highly go and recommend checking it out. I'm surprised there's only 145,000 listens to it, but it's such an intriguing show. It's very intense. There's no music playing the entire time.
Ugh.
They want you to feel like you're there. So there's different storylines that are happening. You're seeing the head of the emergency room, and he's going around to different cases, and so you get to see their perspectives. And it's actually the first day for a number of new doctor fledglings. I forget the names of them off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a very intriguing situation. And of course, there are very difficult themes throughout the episode, so I'm not going to talk about what happens, but it's such an intriguing and different way to show it, because usually when it comes to medical television shows, it's usually the case of the week, about House and Grey's Anatomy, and then of course there's ER. Funny enough, Noah Weil, who is the main character on this show, was in ER. And a lot of the people who worked on ER worked on this, which is a whole other thing because there's some huge trauma associated with that. But it's just, well, I mean, it's their first day at that hospital. So they are technically doctors, but it's their first day of residency. So they aren't actually.
Ugh.
So it's
terrifying.
Terrifying, especially since you're emergency. So you're dealing with a bunch of different cases. Some of them, one guy, he just keeps on having to change his scrubs because he keeps on getting the worst cases. And it's just
Ew.
See, but yeah, I've had to usually I'm able to something like that. I would usually be able to watch within a few days. I haven't been able to finish this. I have to watch 1 or 2 episodes per sitting.
It's too much.
It's too much. It is
too much. Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to geek out about it because it's a new way of treating television. It's not just an issue of the week. This is hour by hour, and that's it. So shout out to them. I know I'm behind the times. It finished up, I think, a few months ago, but they've already been signed on for season 2, and I'm very excited to watch that because there were some cliffhangers, at least from even the episode I watched, and I can only imagine there's no way to tie them up by the end of the episode, the final season, this season finale. So yeah, that's my geek out, is that.
I love it. I would go around the horn, and Mitch, unless you got something on Netflix, I want to jump in on this madness. I want to jump in on the TV business because today I tried something new for working from home. I've been meaning to do this for literally years. I don't know why, I just haven't done it. I want a little Netflix thing going off to the side of my screen while I'm working on my emails and my spreadsheets and doing all my stuff. I'm like, why don't I just have a little something off to the side? And so I got a complete workday's worth of kind of the same deal fee, just absolutely depressing Netflix documentaries, starting with none other than Titan: the Ocean Gate submersible disaster.
Oh my
God! And I got to watch all that.
Oh no! Why?
Oh man! God, he's talking. I mean, he's kind of a geek out too. This Stockton guy, he's thinking he's pretty hot stuff over there. He knew a new way to build a submersible with a hull made out of carbon fiber, and I guess it froze in St. John's, Newfoundland, and he didn't think that was going to be an issue when the water turned to ice and expanded and broke some fibers. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys! Yeah. Why did he do that? Why did he do that, Mitch?
Why would you watch that trying to work?
I'm fascinated by that, dude. That whole story, and I've been meaning to get around to that for quite some time.
I have to put my hands up. I have no leg to stand on. I usually, when I'm working from home, my other screen I have Criminal Minds on.
There you go.
Some dark stuff going on the other screen in comparison. Mind you, it's because I've already watched it before. I usually try to watch shows I've previously watched while I'm working.
Yep.
So yeah.
I liked it. I mean,
nice.
In a weird kind of way. And then somehow I guess because it was a documentary, Netflix is like, hey, I bet you want to learn about the manhunt for Osama bin Laden. So let's watch a 3-part series on that. Mitch.
So here's the thing. I'm not saying like I don't watch. I definitely have watched that while working. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I've watched that. I'll watch like murder mystery stuff, like true crime stuff, like the Netflix documentaries they do on those. I'll watch that. The submersive thing is just sad, and I'm like,
so
I just don't.
sad.
I am like, that's like just. There's a couple things that have popped up on my Netflix. I'm like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that ever. Like, I'm good. It's just sad. I don't want to watch it.
I wasn't specifically watching it. I didn't feel like I carved out special time for that. So I feel okay about it. Because I think if like, it was like after work, I'm like, the kids are going to go to sleep and I'm going to have a nice evening of myself to sit down with Ocean Gate, the submersible disaster. Like, no. I don't think I want that. But off to the side, like, I don't know.
I don't even want to play it in the background. Certain things I'm like, what?
Man.
It's just a sad event and I'm good.
It sucks.
Like,
it sucks. It was
terrible.
totally preventable. It was awful. And somehow I still needed to see it. And then, just a bunch of war stuff showed up after that.
That being said, I did watch the documentary on Woodstock 99, which was also
that was great.
Nightmare as well. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
there
man.
was some wild stuff there.
Yeah, people died.
Yeah, like there was some crazy stuff there too, but no.
Oh man,
that one
all
for
in
whatever
Rome,
reason
New
I
York,
saw that
by the
documentary,
way, just like Extra Life.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I remember when I saw the documentary and I saw it said Rome, New York. I'm like, I'm going there.
Yeah,
I don't want to go
at the
there.
time. You had a wedding, remember? You had a wedding that
That's
you were
true.
supposed
That's
to go
true.
to.
Yeah. I do this year too.
We all remember. Oh man. So yeah, I finally got around to watching some. I haven't watched like Netflix in forever, you guys. I haven't done anything non-gaming, and I don't even know how long. So, other than watching Friday the 13th, which people can see on or listen to on Patreon. But Mitch, what are you geeking out about over there, you big dork?
You'll regret that here in a second. I'm geeking out over volunteer work that I did on Thursday. So yeah, that's what I did. So on Thursday, my company was like, hey, none of us are working. We're going to go to a foster facility that helps foster kids and their foster parents, helps provide for them. And we went and packed backpacks for kids that are going back to school for, the beginning of the school year. And it was awesome. And it was very nice to be able to help people out.
Human.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why I'm going to regret calling you big dork?
Exactly.
I thought you were threatening me.
No, I don't threaten you. And you'll know when I threaten you, but it's fine.
Damn, see
like,
that, man.
Just saying. You'll know.
I live in
Not
constant fear,
now.
you guys.
I don't know what from. Not from me. We barely
Sometimes
talk.
the cold.
Sometimes the cold. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
The everlasting cold that is Canada. I guess. I don't
aging and death and that kind of stuff.
No, you went through enough, buddy. I'm not gonna harp on you too much. You went through enough.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I went. Yeah, every winter we go through enough. And the Oilers losing, is that what you're referring to?
That's what I was
My
referring
Oilers.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is the other side of my geek out. But I can get into that in a mom as well. You got anything else? Is that what you got for us? You just
pretty
did some
much.
charitable stuff and you brightened some kids' future and probably set them on the path to save the world. Yeah.
That and shout out to all the food companies that send my fat ass free food every time it's my birthday. I love you all. Thank you so much.
What? That's
I'm
a
just
thing?
saying, so everybody sign up for apps. Okay. Here's what I'm telling you.
apps.
All the food apps, I got free things from McDonald's. I got a BOGO from Chipotle. I got a free Starbucks drink. You can get free crumble cookies. You can get just sign up for their apps and use them. Not even saying you have to just use them, and they'll send you a bunch of free stuff all the time. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I got a ton of those, but it also made me realize, wow, dude, you have a lot of food apps you sign up for. But it's okay because I get free things. It's fine. It's fine.
I like it.
So yeah, it helped decide my dinner tonight, so that works.
Just a collection of free samples, like going to Costco.
Yeah, exactly. Just going to each one. I thought about it for a hot second. I was like, I can go to Denny's this morning for a free Grand Slam, and then I can go get a free crumble cookie, and then go get a BOGO from Chipotle. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah. Definitely could spend
go
all day
around
doing
say,
that.
I'm 45. Give me stuff.
All right, I'm not 45, but yeah, that's definitely.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
You're not older than me. You're younger than me, right? You're not 40 yet.
I'm not even 40 yet.
Yeah, you're look at you. You got youth in your eyes, a pep in your step.
Oh, Thank you.
Yeah.
He's
Appreciate
50.
it.
It's fine.
Yeah, just a babe, just a wee baby, Mitch Power, 11, 16. We miss Bowser. She's on vacation, and so this week and probably next week and probably the week after that, I suppose, I can take care of some of that late. Is she here? Did I hear her come on in? Is she around?
Housekeeping!
Housekeeping! It's so good the housekeeping lady is here. She seems frightened. She seems a little bit worried about something. Maybe she's being chased by existential dread.
Probably.
Do housekeeping.
New patrons, for some reason, they've gone to patreon.com/carpoolgaming, and we're grateful you did. Welcome on in. Benny, who joined in first with the free trial, liked it, and is now a gold member. Benny, we all love gold. Of course, this is our one and only Austin Powers themed Patreon tier. So thank you so much for that wonderful support. And we want to say welcome back to the Hopple, coming back in at the exclusive tier, enjoying all that We the Gamercast stuff that's going on over there, and just an absolute flood, a hurricane flood, Mitch, of content over there. A natural disaster of content. Is that all right? We don't like that one?
No.
What's happening?
I don't know, but Bowser should be here. And when it's me, this is what you get. Thank you so much for everybody for supporting us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. There's so many different tiers, so many different advantages and benefits. You guys can go there and choose the one that is right for you, just like Benny and Hopple just did, where you can enjoy Bowser's episode of Pants. Bowser put on some pants and answered some questions. And Mitch, you are next. Have you recorded already? I think you've already recorded. Yes.
Yeah, I recorded, uploaded, all that stuff.
So
Yes.
it's too late for all you sons of guns. You missed your chance to ask Mitch whatever you wanted to. Like, this is the thing about the Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast. You can ask us whatever you want, and we are contractually obligated to answer, give you some sort of answer. Benny here in the chat says, glad to sub on Patreon. I'm lurking because I'm working. Oh, I like that. I'm lurking because you're working. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your lurk and your work. That's, there's something there. There's maybe a shirt. Lurk while you work. I don't know. While you twerk. If you want. You can lurk while you twerk, Mitch.
And then he made it weird.
Oh, man. I've got an episode of We the Gamercast where I hang out with strangers from the internet. This last time I hung out with Jan32, and we talked about sports and his podcast, Hype Factor, that he does with Marcus O'Neill, which is excellent and super fun. And amazing times happening over at Fantasy Critic. We've got 3 leagues for anybody who is new here at Carpool Gaming. In the Discord, we celebrate Fantasy Critic. You guess what games are going to score well on reviews on Open Critic, and it's a good time. You can listen to that on Patreon as an exclusive episode. And then I sat down with the Miles_of_Amanda from the Nintendo Drive and Twitch. We talked about her London Marathon, and I feel like you guys might be surprised at that conversation. I think we went places that were really important for people to hear and just kind of dive into the mind of a really amazing athlete, great person. Amanda, I always enjoy my chats with her. So you guys can go listen to that and enjoy what I would say great music to start and close that episode. We got some Chun-Li music to start the episode and maybe a little Sonic to close things out because you go fast. You got to go fast. And yeah, Nintendo Drive post show, tons of stuff. What else? We just did a movie podcast. I don't know. Apparently Mitch is in the chat lurking and working as well. Is that what you're doing here? What movie show did we just do? Was it Final Fantasy? Friday the 13th was the latest?
Yes.
We've got Almost Famous coming up very soon. We've got so much. So buckle up, buckaroo. I think we still got some merch going on at carpoolgaming.com/collections/carpool-summer-game-.
Let's try that again, Sean.
Just go to the link in the
Try that one
show
more time.
notes. https://carpoolgaming.com/collections/carpool-summer-game-fest.
Say dash one more time. I quit the show. I swear to God.
I tried to end the housekeeping. I think is that it? That's all the housekeeping we got for this week? That's enough. Goodbye. Leave!
Bye.
That was like the same tone and everything. Bye.
Bye.
Tuck or no tuck? Mitch, are you a tuck or no tuck on your bed?
No talk.
You want a no tuck? The tuck is
tuck.
too tight
Yeah.
sometimes.
Unnecessary. I don't need to be strangled when I'm trying to sleep.
I like being just nice and secure, actually.
I heard.
I asked for her to come on in once I get under the covers, and I just, just strap me down, I guess. Anyway, let's get on with this Xbox podcast that we do.
Christ's sake,
Fee, are
please.
you playing any video games for God's sakes?
Yeah, I am. You know what?
You guys hate being here.
I love being here.
I just imagine the poor woman who walks in and goes, "What the hell is this man doing?"
I'm like, can you tuck me in, please? Tighter. Get those like ratchets. What are those like the straps and every guy has like with a truck? Just like just crank it down, man. I don't want to move. I don't want to think about anything. Just stay in bed. Fee, what are you playing?
You know what? I've been pulling a little bit of a Bowser because this week I decided to open up the Xbox actual app on my phone, and it was just like, hey, you should do like daily logins, and I'm like, okay, thank you. And then it was just like, you should play Bejeweled, and I'm like, sure, why not? So I've done that 5 days in a row, and I don't know, every single day I just log in and I just play Bejeweled on my phone, and I'm like, what is happening? Why am I doing this? And I'm like, I feel like I'm just continuing the tradition of getting my Xbox points in by just going and playing Bejeweled. I'm fully admit, this is my first week doing it, and I'll probably continue doing it because I love Bejeweled. I'm pretty great at it, so I was having a lot of fun. I think my highest score was 32 million, so I've just been having a blast.
You're doing it wrong. You want to go for the lowest score. Bowser and Crocodile, I think, have a competition going to get the lowest score. And also, it's just Microsoft Jewel, for anybody confused. It's just Microsoft Jewel. But it is like Bejeweled.
It is like Bejeweled. Yes.
Did you feel bad that Bowser couldn't redeem any points because she's in the DR right now? Like, that's crazy,
I
by
got
the way.
Chuckles from it.
Yeah, I was
got
like,
Chuckles.
damn. She can't even get points right now because she's in the DR, and Microsoft was like, no, we can't do this.
Oh, it's actually Microsoft Jewel 2. I don't know if I've noticed that. This is, of course, the spiritual successor to Microsoft Jewel 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun. But overall, yeah, I've just been, I played that, obviously. I've also have been playing some more Sunderfolk, with my bi-weekly group, and it is getting, not so great, guys, because I've somehow made some of the residents of the town mad at me, and so now my quest is for them to not hate me anymore, because one of them sent me, like, they just got so mad.
Welcome to my life. Holy crap, that hit so close to home. Jesus.
I'm like, what did I do?
Mitch is dead.
So
why is your game my life? I hate that.
So it was just like,
Sean's like, I'm asking for royalties.
I'm gonna ask Sunderfolk for royalties. I was just like, what is happening? And I was just so confused. And I I keep on trying to go back, but then every day, like every time I go, because what happens is when you go into the town, you have essentially a limit on how many people you could talk to per like session, and it just, every time I go into his store, he kicks me out now, and he won't tell me the reason why. And I'm like, I don't have like a backlog to see like the conversations to see what happened. So if anyone's playing Sunderfolk out there and you know why the Oxen family do not like me, please let me know, because I have no sweet clue.
The Oxen family.
Yeah, I don't remember their names, which is probably another reason
That's probably why they don't like you. They probably introduced themselves, and they were like, you know what? She doesn't even remember our names.
Chick doesn't even know.
No, I was supposed to like essentially like have like a fun duel with someone in their family, and then all of a sudden they got really upset. I didn't like attack or anything. I was just like, essentially like, I draw like, I put this card in defense like position, and then like, what? And then they got mad at me, and then I'm like, I have no idea why everyone's mad at me. So apparently I did it wrong. So maybe I'll learn from my other game that I'm currently playing with some other friends, because I decided to play the same essential character, and I'm trying to figure out what I've done wrong, essentially. So
probably nothing. That's just life, I guess, sometimes for some of us.
I also think it might be because we helped out essentially like this like group of creatures that have now joined our town, and I think they didn't want us to help them, and so I think they're mad at me because of it. So
I get it.
You know,
it sucks. I really feel for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. The entire time, like, everyone in my party was chuckling about it, and they're like, tough luck. And then I was just like, it's funny. I'm happy it's funny for you guys, because I don't understand why they're mad at me. So
I hate
Yeah,
it.
even though I am playing a retired guard from the wall, named Ragnar, essentially a massive polar bear with a huge mace. He's a sensitive guy, okay? He wants to know why his friends don't like him.
I get it.
Ragnar's just sad, okay?
Just like Mitch, huge mane, kind of sensitive, kind of surprising. You know, he's got
Yeah.
a heart of gold over there. That Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also wore his cotton candy, like, because for context, the character who's mad at me is the one who makes our, like, essentially our armor. And so you can get different colors for your armor. And he was just like, hey, I made this one and I think you'd really like it. And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. And it was like this cotton candy neon nonsense. And I'm like, you know what? I'm wearing it because I'm your friend. And I wore it for like 3 different missions. And I made myself look like a goofball. But you know what? That's unfortunate. Yes. Yes, Brognar, burnating the countryside.
Sounds a lot like Trogdor. So,
Wow, I don't know what that is.
oh, we gotta educate you on the Trog. You know Trogdor, Mitch? Was that we're the right age? You know Trogdor? You know Homestar Runner? Strong
Not a
Bad?
single clue, bro.
None of
No.
that. Oh man, you guys,
Sorry, bro.
uncultured swines out there.
Wow.
First, you start
okay.
with an S for snake or dragon. Okay, what else you play? that was good for like 3 people listening who remember Trogdor. So shout out.
I have been playing a game called Ale and Tail Tavern. Because I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Everyone who I play video games with constantly recommend first-person games, but I also take responsibility because I will say like, yeah, that sounds fun, and then I play it and I'm like, no matter how much you want to play these games, you're still not going to feel well while you play them. So I decided while playing this game, because for context, you are running a tavern with your friends, and you can either serve wine, beer, food, kick out drunken tavern goers, or you could go out gardening. What did I decide to do? I decided to go with an axe and go attack things.
Yeah.
And was that really smart? Because that's the most movement in the game? Probably not. But it was a lot of fun. Made a lot of creatures in the dead of night get really mad at me. And I did not care about those creatures because they were spiders who were trying to take my life. So no, it's a fun game. It's very like straightforward, but it's a very interesting game to say the least. That's what I've been playing. Outside of that, there's no real storyline, at least for right now. There are some like weird people in the woods that are just like, I want you to bring me like 3 boar hides, and I'm like, sure. And then all of a sudden I walk up to a cabin and I just see like 2 blue eyes staring at me through a peephole, and I'm like, whoa, calm down. And then I just give them the boar hides. But you know what? Here I am, just living my best life, being very confused in that game, and I just follow along with what it tells me. And then I got told off by a cow. Literal cow, by the way.
What
I'm not
is
calling
happening?
someone a cow. I'm just
Like Mitch, are you following? Like what's
Not a
like,
goddamn clue, bro. Like,
perfect. I love it.
but
no,
it's okay. She's enjoying it.
The game
not gonna
is
hate on
just
it.
all over the place. And for some reason, the quest giver for not gardening specifically, my apologies, the person who gives you the gardening quest is a scarecrow. But if you want to get like cows and chickens, you have to talk to a cow, which doesn't make any sense to me. A sentient talking cow. I
Sure.
put my hands up. So yes.
What's the cow's name?
Great question. I don't remember that name either.
Man, that cow's gonna be mad at you pretty soon if you don't watch out.
She's
And you're gonna
already
wonder
mad at
why.
me, okay?
There you go. See.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. People love
I
hearing
tried.
you say their names. You know, it's the most magical word in their minds. They love when you say their name.
I don't think they give her a name. I think it's just cow.
Damn,
Yeah.
the cow's really
So,
gonna not enjoy that.
I mean, I don't know what they decided to do or why they decided to do it that way, but I put my hands up. And yeah, a game that I played or played a demo for, and it came out on the 16th, which is Cast and Chill. It's a fishing game, guys. It's also like an idle fishing game. It's really cute. I love it.
Okay, wait, idle fishing game. How does that work? Like, I feel like I was just introduced to this term, idle games. I didn't know this time last month. It was for part of
I didn't either.
wholesome games and stuff. I'm like, wait, there's a whole genre that I don't even know. Like, this is where I feel very old. What the hell is this? Apparently, like, you can just have it up on your desktop while you do other stuff, but you're playing. Like, yeah, tell me.
Yes. So Cast and Chill is you are essentially a fisherman. You have your boat and you have your dog companion, which you get to choose the type of dog you have. And the entire preface is you just go out and fish. And you're finding different types of fish. You're collecting specific fish. You're trying to catch like trophy fish as well. Some of them give you like different achievements and stuff like that. And it's really good. With this particular game though, and I'm saying that it is technically an idle game because there is an idle aspect to it. So there is the option where you can fish the fish yourself, or you can click on idle mode where it just like you listen to like water and the creatures, and it's like just a really cool vibe, and it just auto fishes for you. So you can watch your character go out, fish, and then go back into town. Or and I say town, you just go to the dock and give money. On the screen right now, you see the gentleman who works at the fishing gear store, and you buy different boats. You have different fishing lures and different rods, and those rods and lures can depend, like, actually affect what fish you catch, because there are a ton of different fish types. In that particular region, there might be like a small fish, so you might need like one of the like older rods or the lighter rods, but you might need that like heavy deep sea one for some of the more in-depth fishing. And there are other regions that you can unlock. The regions are stunning, by the way. The art style is absolutely phenomenal. It looks gorgeous. It has a very fall vibe to it as well. And what's really cool about it is if you interact with things a certain way, you might be able to unlock things you may not have been able to if you didn't do it. So shout out to this game. Yes, Sean.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
It does appear you've got a boat here. You've
Yes.
obviously got your fishing rod. You're going to go
Yes.
murder some fish by having them suffocate by not being able to breathe out of the water. That's
Sure.
part of the whole thing. My important question is this. Tell me about the doggo that you have. It looks like you have a very good boy joining you, maybe a
Yes,
golden
you do.
retriever or perhaps a husky even. Do you choose the doggo that you are bringing with you?
Doggo. So you have a
Holy
Labrador,
shit.
you can choose a Basset Hound, there is a Beagle.
A Basset Hound.
I personally go with a Labrador
Checks
because
out.
I used to have a Labrador named Copper, so I like to think that I'm like fishing with my old dog. And you can pet the dog, by the way. And what's really cute is if you catch like a big fish, the dog will get excited for you and like do like a quick little bark, and then there's like a little heart that pops up as well. So the dog's there to cheer you on. It's so freaking cute, guys. Yeah, Copper. So it's
This
so,
looks great.
and what I love about it is what I'll do is I have two monitors, of course. I have my work laptop and my monitor. And then on my other screen, my large screen, I'll just have that on running throughout the day. So I have been flipping in between this and Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions, which I currently have playing because I always do.
Like right now.
Which like because I only have like I think rain sounds and like fire crackling in the background, but with this particular game, it's just like you just see your character. It's stunning, like I said, stunning views. Yes, and I agree, Seth. I could technically just look out my window because I can see water from my window.
That's what I did
But-
last night.
Yeah.
I can't, so maybe this is more of a game for me.
Yeah, I would just highly recommend it. And like I said, I was shocked because I played the demo and I felt like there was a lot of things going on there. But then once I actually unlocked the full game, there's a lot more to it. And I'm going to give you guys a hint. If you're nice to the guy who works at the fishing shop, he might be able to give you some tips. So depending on like if you give him a tip or if you have conversations with him, he might say like, you know what, there's some really good bass fishing up the up at the fork, and then he'll unlock a region for you. And there's like other ways, like if you purchase, like if you go to one fishing area and then you fish a specific thing, you might be able to unlock a different region that you can't technically buy from the shop. So I was pleasantly surprised because I just thought it was going to be like buy, and then that's it. But this is like, it is interactive. So I'm very excited to see if they do add more to it later on. I think there's really good opportunities to add more to the game. But yeah, would recommend it. It is currently on Steam. It just came out this week. literally this week. But yeah, it's a huge vibe, which is what I needed. Because sometimes you just need to slow down, guys. There's even an option if you can't catch fish because it might just be a specific time of day. There is a nap option where your character just leans back and takes a nap, and then your dog takes a nap too. And it's so freaking cute. I can't handle it. So I know it's not like an action game or like a really like over the top. Sometimes I do like to fish, and sometimes I just like to leave it on, like I said, in the background, and it just auto fishes. So
listen, we
So
just
good.
satisfied already our great thumbnail on YouTube that you created. And just to let everybody in on a little behind the scenes, we now have an official goal on our
Yes.
YouTube thumbnails for the Xbox Drive to have as much text on there as humanly possible. As an example, this week, the thumbnail says on the thumbnail, it says, we talk about fishing games, licensed games, FPS games, aka shooty bang bang games, Vampire Survivor games, old console games on PC, magical games, most anticipated games, horror games, cowboy games, robot/cyborg games, ... all the games. That's the Xbox Drive. So there you go. We could have had, what is it called? Idle games. We could have had idle games here too.
Next time when I decide to add more to it, because next week it's going to have to be even longer.
Yeah, napping games.
Napping games. I mean, naps are important, guys.
Yeah,
Sleep
or
is
nappy.
important.
Give me a little nappy.
Just a little nappy. But yeah, that's essentially all I've been playing. I haven't been playing too much else this week. I did download a game that I was gonna play. It's not a game that I would typically play, so I'm gonna go into the what Fee's gonna be playing this weekend.
Nice, yes. Neon white.
So one is Rematch.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys know.
Yep.
I'm gonna be checking this out.
I want to play with you. Let's play it.
I mean, we can. It is a soccer game, by the way. So instead of having to play the entire team, which is what I usually see with soccer games, you play a specific character. So it's not. Thankfully, it's not, like, no hate on Rocket League, but I could not play that game because of, like, the spinning and stuff and the crazy like action. This is just, you are a soccer player. You get to select your soccer player, and you can meet up with friends online, or you can play with randoms online, and you just play a soccer match.
3-on-3. It is Rocket League, but real soccer.
It really is.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very much that.
Yeah. So
Simplified controls. Yeah.
It's not a typical game I would play, but I've been, like, it's been recommended, so I'm gonna check it out. So yeah, we can definitely play it this weekend. I'm probably gonna be like, for myself, I'm probably going to try to play goalie. I do, like, when I played like soccer for a very, very, very short period of time, I played a goalie. But yeah, 10 out of 10, like, I'm excited to try it out. I also downloaded Date Everything, guys. I downloaded.
Is that the game Amanda was playing on Twitch this week?
I think so.
It's got a little spicy over there.
Yeah, it's like there's 150 different voice actors. I've been looking forward to it. I tried not to play the demo because I didn't want too many spoilers or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to be playing that this weekend because I have a few friends that have been wanting me to play it. So we're going to probably playing it together in some capacity. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming it because I haven't done that in a while. So I thought, you know what, there's literally voice acting throughout, which is something that I really respect, especially from a streaming aspect and standpoint. So yeah, 150 voice actors, and they couldn't call me back. Seth, I'm so sorry.
I was thinking it. I was about to say it, man.
That would be so funny.
What an unnecessary factor
He didn't
throw out
audition
there.
for this. I don't feel bad. Okay, he didn't audition for it. Okay, now I don't have to ask for a refund because, you know what? Friends support friends, and I would have refunded it. But
That's right.
There we go.
I only laugh if it's like, like they told him, like, we have a very limited number of roles here, so you didn't get the job. I'm very sorry. And then he finds out there's 150. He's like, what the hell? Like, I wasn't top
151? Come
yeah,
on,
exactly.
man.
This is bullshit.
No, I'm excited to check it out. I did watch a few friends play it, but I've been trying to avoid major spoilers of the game. But yeah, there's a lot of awesome voice actors there that I'm excited to check out. Some of them are not even from the gaming voice acting sphere. So I'm interested to see, like, because I've looked on the website where they have everyone listed, but I'm excited to check it out and see who's the most interesting, because I've seen some pretty odd ones, to say the least. I say say that because there's a lot of things going on there. But yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I think those are probably the games I'm gonna be completing or like at least starting up this week. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I plan on playing. I do need to get back into Expedition 33 because it keeps on staring me in the face.
It's slipping, man. It's slipping.
I mean, I'm still motivated to play it. It's just I want to have enough, like, I want to be able to sit down for a few hours to play it, not just like, oh, I have 30 minutes to play something. Like, I want to at least be able to sit down and like get through chapter 1, instead of having to like stop, start. So
I always hate that depending on the type of game. Like some games are like, I can pick up for 5 minutes, play, and I'm cool. You know, 5-10 minutes, quick thing here and there. But like,
sure.
It always sucks when it's a story-based game because I feel like 30 minutes on like, that's like sometimes not even a mission. Like sometimes that is not even enough to complete a story mission, which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I understand that.
yeah.
Just play what makes you happy, Fee. If fishing games make you happy, do that. You don't need to go do that. You can eventually get to it.
I mean, it's true, but I really do want to play it.
I understand.
Fee, I get it, man. I think you and I are very similar on this front. People say, like, just play what makes you happy. It's like, don't you think I want to do that?
Yeah.
You know? Thanks
But
a lot,
she is.
Tips. Yeah.
But she is. She
Yeah,
is.
but
playing
sometimes
things
we're
that make her
still
happy.
not, but there's other things we still want to get to.
Sure.
You know?
It's true,
guess.
and also
Still can't get to it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you want to be in like a either have enough time or maybe it might just be a fall game. Who knows? I know I usually like set specific games aside to specific seasons. I know that's might be just a me thing or like a portion of the community who feel that way. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. My plan is I'm gonna set myself a reasonable goal. By the end of the year, I'm gonna be finished this game.
That's pretty reasonable. Yeah.
I think
Yes.
that's reasonable. It's
We're
not saying
literally halfway through the year.
Yeah, you got another
Exactly.
6
you got
months.
half a year to go.
and
It's
a
like being like everybody really likes it because it's not a forever game. It's not 1,000 hours. It's like, yeah, you could probably finish that by the end of the year. I believe in you.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
Neil Newbin is in Date Everything, guys. I see the conversation in the chat right now that there are some Baldur's Gate characters. There are Baldur's Gate. There's also a bunch of anime characters too.
I like it.
Or
Nice.
voice actors, my apologies. But yeah,
Good.
thumbs up. That's all I've been playing, guys.
That's it.
That's it.
That's a lot.
That is.
Mitch.
Felt like I didn't play
Yo, what's
enough.
up?
That's a lot. Mitch, what are you playing over there, you big dork?
So I have been playing a couple different things. Let's just get it out of the way. I played Apex. I did. I played ranked Apex. Here's what I've noticed, and I don't know what it is, but when I take breaks away from Apex, I don't know what it is. Like I come back and I do so well, and I don't know. I'm just doing so well compared to just playing it constantly all the time.
Yeah.
And maybe like my brain resets for a second and just like gets, I don't know, correct.
Yeah, it's like a reset. The hard
I don't
reboot.
know. But I mean, like I've only played ranked this season, not as many times because I've been actually playing some other stuff. But every day I've played ranked this season has been a insanely good day, and I'm not complaining because I'm almost there at Diamond, and I've maybe played the game like 6 or 7 times this season, but I've been playing extremely well every time I have played it. So I'll be doing that. There was a lot of wild stuff that was happening that stream that I did play Apex, so I have to go back and clip some stuff and make some content from that.
Shout out.
But the other 2 things that I played Gears Reloaded's beta. And shout out to people on the internet just not knowing that beta existed. Because I made that my Twitch title, and people were like, how the hell are you playing the beta? And I'm just like, just look it up.
I'm
Like,
just a person.
It's available. I'm not a Microsoft employee or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it
Good
actually
thing
helps
you
them.
might get laid off, so.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I'll just do this show for free. That's fine.
You already do.
I already am. That's right. No, secretly, Sean's paying me, everybody. I'm just kidding. He's not.
Canadian
Fees out of
dollars.
everybody. She's like, if anyone needs to be paid, it's me.
She gets paid.
Mitch. Okay, there you go. Well, it works out for everybody then.
Just
But
not
no, just not me. That's fine. Yeah, I'm the only one here not getting paid. It's fine. I don't contribute shit. It's cool. Anyway,
We pay for your hotel for Extra Life. Shut up.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. So the Gears Reloaded beta, here's what I will say about it. I played it with Buzz and Dame and them. It's absolutely a beta because for whatever reason, matchmaking was weird. I played it on Xbox. Buzz was on PC. We were able to join games. As soon as Dame showed up, who was on PC, we could not get into a game and find games together. Like, it just wouldn't work. Now, it's a beta. Totally get it.
Yeah.
Here's the only thing that kind of weirds me out. If I have to be honest, it is literally Gears, like, Ultimate Edition, slightly prettier.
Yeah.
It is not, like, from the ground up, I feel. I literally feel like they just took the Ultimate Edition of Gears that was on Xbox and just made it upscaled and run at higher frame rate, and that's it. And I'm not going to say like that's a necessarily bad thing because there's been plenty of remakes that have been out there that are just a little bit better. But when I was playing this, I just played Ultimate Edition with Bowser, and it's like it really didn't even feel different to me, if I have to be honest. Like it very much felt the same game. So I will say. This more or less came out just so it can go on PS5. Let's just be honest. Like it really did. This is the only reason why this exists is because of a PS5 version, which again, I'm not angry at that because I want more people to play it. I felt really bad playing against PlayStation players because you can tell
they've never seen this before.
Have never touched this game, and they're playing with me and Buzz, who this was our game for years.
And they'll never play it again.
And they might not play it again. Exactly. They might cancel their pre-order. I was seeing a lot of memes about that of like PlayStation players getting with Xbox people for the first time, and it was just it was wild clips. I did have fun with it, but it very much plays like a game of that time. And compared to modern games, it feels really slow. It feels clunky at times, and the problem is like nostalgia glasses make you think it's better than it's going to be, but it's also Gears 1. Our last impression of Gears being in its heyday was Gears 3, right? And where they refined movement. They had way more abilities of like picking people up and use them as cover and like different weapons. Look, there's so many things in your head that when
even
you
just
think
moving
Gears,
when you're downed.
Moving when you're downed, exactly. Like there's so many things that basically in your head you're like, wait, why is this way? And you're like, no. This was Gears 1, not Gears 3, where they had all these quality of life improvements and all these things.
Or even Horde.
Or even Horde mode,
Horde came in
and the beta was limited on just Team Deathmatch. They are now having another beta as we speak right now, which does have King of the Hill and Execution, and they added more maps, so good for them. I actually probably will check it out again. But that's kind of the problem is like, Buzz was just like, dude, this is rough. And I'm like, it's not rough, it's just Gears 1. We're thinking this. Now, in my head, I always thought it should have been the trilogy from the start. Because
100%.
if you literally just made it the trilogy, Gears 3 had Gears 1 maps in it. So again, that's the other thing too. When we think graphically how good Gears 3 made those old maps look, and then we go transport back to Gears 1 and the way it looked, it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's Gears 1, which I still think is great.
No, I hear you say 4 out of 10.
I'm not going to say 4 out of 10, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was just like a 7. It's the story itself is awesome. Gears story is great. Like
that's the
no
thing that you're
problems
not playing through this beta.
But
Like,
that's the thing. I played it
like,
so
it's
many
good.
times.
Yeah, of
And it's
course,
like I was hoping for, and I will say I played it on when we were having the matchmaking issues. I downloaded it on my PC to see like, is it a console crossplay issue? It wasn't. I don't know why, but like as soon as we all three got together, it just wouldn't find us games. But I also can tell you the PC and the Xbox version of the beta run identical. They literally don't like the PC version has a little bit higher FPS that you can turn it up to, but graphically it's identical. Like it doesn't look anything different. So I'm not upset about it because honestly, I got it for free, right? I have Ultimate Edition. I'm going to get it for free. If I ever want to play Gears again, cool. But I really would have loved just give me Gears 3 multiplayer and like all the refinements that it had. And that's the only thing that I'll say is the negative part. And it's not even a negative. It's just we're playing an old game. That's what it is. So the last game that I played, because I really only played over the weekend, was Splitgate 2. Now here's what I'll say. We all laughed at that guy, and that guy is still a weirdo. I just want to say that, okay? That guy is still weird, okay? He talks about how Call of Duty sucks. He talks about how we all want Titanfall 3 back, and that this game is way amazing, okay? And then he puts out a Battle Royale where he has a $200 pack that you can buy in the game. Thanks, dude. That's exactly what's going to get Titanfall 3 back. That aside, when I actually started playing the game, it actually is really fun. It is a really fun game. It's Battle Royale where there's actually 4 different maps that, teleport through different areas and stuff. Yes, Fee.
Thank you for taking my question, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Quickly going back to what you mentioned previously, is this game better than COD though?
It's very different than COD. I can't say it's.
But
I
is it
can't say
better?
that. No.
Okay, thank you.
The thing I will say is, and I will mention this as well with COD, is I think COD gets. I said this actually on my Pants episode, so I'll just give you a spoiler. I was actually bothered at the end of the conference when so many of us were so stoked about that end game until everybody saw a Call of Duty logo. And then they just hated it. I just want to let you guys know, Call of Duty campaigns are awesome. Call of Duty's gameplay, gunplay is awesome. Graphically, it's awesome. But everybody, and again, there's multiple people that did this. It's not just you, Sean.
It was me. I did it.
It wasn't just you, but there's more people that did.
That's why I'm hiding.
Now, the thing is that Call of Duty, as far as a shooter goes, has a lot of things that it does very right. But it also has a lot of things it does very wrong. Like support, stability, not breaking the game when you can update it. You know what I mean? Sean's doing stuff with his hoodie, and I'm just going to let him. You look like Kenny from South Park. Anyways, the Splitgate 2, the one thing I'll appreciate about it is like it is definitely just a different type of VR in the sense of there's 4 different like maps that you teleport in and out of. The circle that's in there is just each of these zones kind of closing, like collapsing on their own. So it's like you have to get from, if you're here, you have to get to one of the other zones. It is essentially Portal though. It is Splitgate 1. It is Portal with guns. Like you can shoot a portal here, and you can walk through it. You can shoot through it. You could be super strategic with stuff. And I did have fun playing it. I felt like some of the games had bots in them because I just feel like maybe there's not enough players yet, and to fill games, they have bots. That's actually one of the things I disliked about the game is how long it takes you to get into a game again.
Oh, that's brutal.
Because I'll tell you right now, that is a killer when it comes to these BRs.
Yep.
Fortnite did it first, I will say, where you just don't even have to leave the game, queue for next match. Boom.
Yeah, you just need
Put you right
half the
into another
planet
match.
playing your game. That's all.
Apex
I would say the
did it
worst
as well.
offender on this is Overwatch. That always bugged me, and I feel like I was the only one who ever commented on it. It takes forever to find an Overwatch game. Always has, always will, and
Right.
that's my complaint. There you go.
Yeah, and then Apex added it in game. Call of Duty somewhat added it in game. It's kind of weird. But no, like this game, after you die, just getting out of the game, getting back to the main menu, searching for a game, finding players. It just takes so long, and that's the buzzkill. It's like you want to get back into those types of games as quickly as you can, and it just takes forever. The other thing I will say as well, I played it on my Xbox, and I felt like it looked like trash. Like visually,
really?
it didn't look good. And I was just like, like when I dropped out of the ship to land, frames were dropping like crazy. I'm like, yo, this sucks. Downloaded after the stream was over, downloaded on my PC and played it, and it was amazing. Sean's making a bitter beer face right now, and I'm just like,
He and I are having a non-verbal
You guys are good.
conversation while you
You guys are
describe
good.
this. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun.
that's fine.
but I downloaded the PC version, and it runs really well, and it looks
wow.
infinitely better, and it actually really upsets me because I'm thinking this shouldn't look as bad as it does on this console, and for whatever
What the
reason it
heck?
does.
It's got all those
I don't know.
teraflops.
It is.
Look at the size of the console.
It's supposed
How could
to
it
be
not?
better than
Exactly.
COD.
It's better, like like I said,
The
that
Portals
guy,
messed me up, dude. I just got to say, like, Portal on its own as a game, just, it's slow moving, it's puzzles and everything. I can't figure those things out for the life of me. You put fast action, first person shooting and everything, you got to escape, and people like it'll be like building in Fortnite for me. Like, I just want to play, can I play Splitgate without the gates splitting?
Technically, you can, and that's the other thing too. Is in each of the zones, they have things where it's like in this zone, no gates can be built for this round.
Just give me
So they kinda
trampolines
mix
or
it up.
something. Maybe instead of
Yes.
portals, I can just like throw down a trampoline. I just like bounce out
There
of
you
there.
go.
Like,
Absolutely.
peace.
That's what we have to do it.
You just described Octane's ability in Apex. He puts down a jump pad and just launches.
Yeah, or
himself
like
in the
what if
air.
there's like pockets where there's no gravity? There
could
maybe,
be.
Maybe we could
Yeah.
do that instead.
That's like I
Shout
said.
out
That was kind of the
Lawbreakers.
creative stuff that I was looking at the game, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like some areas are like this area. If you're in this zone of the map, you're going to do double damage. If you're in this,
It
one, you
definitely
can't
reminds
with
me of
portals.
Lawbreakers, to be honest with you.
It could be. I mean, I didn't play Lawbreakers, if I have to be honest, but
Nobody did.
that's true. Sorry, Cliffy. But I will. I actually do want to get more time with the game, but at the same time, I was sitting there thinking like, I just don't want to wait after I die
That
5
sucks.
minutes to get back into a game.
Well, you
That's the
know,
part that sucks.
I'm glad you played it because I also hate that you kind of have to, if you're going to talk about this game, I feel like you almost have to do what you just did, and I hate that. I wish you didn't have to do that. Go like, I know the guy's a weirdo, and just address that because it's just like it's got that overhanging. If anybody, what was it? Was that at what
Summer
show was
Games
that?
Fest.
It was summer. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
But also here's the thing I'll say too
sucks,
though.
man.
I'm
Just talk about the
saying it-
game.
I'm saying it because of us watching that.
100%.
The normal person doesn't know that dude's a weirdo.
Totally
And they
agree.
just download it and they play it and they're like, oh, this is fun. And it is free to play.
I
Cool,
just think,
but-
I guess what I'm saying is, I feel like if you don't say that, then some people who have already, people just, they attach the person to the game, like
Yeah.
so much so they're like, I can't believe this guy's talking about this game because of that person's a weird, like, gross.
No.
I hate it.
And I will say this too. Buzz did call me out. He's like, when you guys were talking about it, did you even hear that it's a BR? And I totally
Right.
was like, no, I didn't. I was too busy discussing that dude being weird for calling out a game in the
Totally.
industry like that.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I asked him, I'm like, is it actually good? He goes, no, it's fun. We should play
Yeah,
it. So we
cool.
did. And I did have a good time playing it. So
I'm glad.
I'm happy you did because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not touching this game with a 10-foot pole. I
but also it's a first person shooter and I don't want you to
no,
get sick.
and I get that. No, completely. It's just
Stay healthy.
like
Please.
I'm gonna stay away from it. I don't know. I was like that entire portion of Summer Games Fest. I was like like I have thoughts. I'm not gonna say them here. But it's just it completely soured my idea of this game.
It's fair. Both are fair.
Yeah. And I'm not going to judge you for playing it, Mitch. I'm not judging other people. Am I judging the person who was on stage who was wearing a grotesque hat? Abso-freaking-lutely I am.
That guy was weird.
I don't vibe with that.
No
yeah,
vibing.
No vibing whatsoever. Complete opposite. Just no. But
Yeah.
I appreciate that you tried this game, Mitch.
Same.
Because especially out of all of us, this is a type of game that you usually play. So I
Right.
do appreciate that you went in and tried it out.
Yeah, shooty bang bang game.
It is
Exactly.
a shooty bang
It's in
bang,
the
which
title.
also checks off
in the title.
a portion of our title, guys.
You're welcome.
The first week we actually talk about everything that's on the title.
This is the only way we can do it. It's just list a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a bingo card. Oh man, guys,
Oh, there you go. Nice.
is next week?
We
the
got to make
thumbnail
that a
gonna be
bingo card in the Discord.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, guys.
You're welcome.
Look
And by
at
the
her
way, we
eyes
can't,
light up. Look
we,
at her.
we have to have somebody. No. Here's the thing. None of us can make it.
Yeah.
Oh.
None of us can
No,
make
no,
it.
if he can make it.
Can I make the template at least?
Sure,
and
make the
then just-
template. But what I'm saying is
Okay.
the community has to do it because if
Yeah.
we know what's on the bingo card, we can just
That's
say
true.
it. And
That's
we need
true.
to have some like randomness in there. Like
Yep. Yeah.
Mitch eats popcorn is probably going to be on that list,
Guys,
right?
Is this a wheel opportunity where we ask the community to give us a bunch and then we just spin a wheel and then we just fill out the blocks that way? And then for the episode, we post the actual bingo card on the actual Discord so people can follow along while they're. Guys, did we just come up with a
I'm here
great
for this.
idea?
Yeah.
I'm loving this idea. Do we spin the wheel before the podcast? Like, is this something. Guys. This is so
Yes.
smart. This is so much fun. I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm so
guys.
glad we record this so we'll remember it later.
Yeah, exactly. I've already started. You guys don't see it right now.
It's done.
There's an iPad right in front of me. Just okay. I don't have my iPad in front of me, but it's now on. It's
A
now
wheel
it's
should be
sticky note.
part of the show. It should be like
Yes!
completely instead of us like working through the notes and like what you like it's all in order. No, the wheel decides the segment. Maybe housekeeping is last. What if housekeeping was last? That makes no sense at all.
Bowser's gonna come back, and it's
Like,
literally
what the hell happened to the show? Why is
Pure
there a wheel?
chaos.
There's bingo cards now. What's
It's gonna
what's
be
happening?
the community gif where like Troy comes back in to the apartment and there's a fire going on. Someone got shot. There's
Oh, no.
pizza everywhere. That's the episode of the Community, by the way,
know.
if you're ever wondering, where the guy walks in with he's holding a bunch of pizzas and then just pure chaos. Yeah, in that particular scene. But it's going to be crazy. Bowza, I'm so excited for you to listen to this podcast and with all these ideas that we have.
It's going to be great.
Yep.
Nice.
Can't
All right,
wait.
Mitch, you play anything else?
No,
You're splitting
I wanted
gates?
to play more Mario Kart World, just because I want to unlock some more characters and stuff. I just didn't get a chance to.
I haven't played much either, actually.
I've listened to everybody else talked about, like I've listened to Seth and Lachlan talk about like the unlocking characters, and the way you unlock certain characters is absolute BS. Like it really is. And like also that character select screen, figure that out. That is because I just want to
Figure it
like
out,
scroll to the
Nintendo.
right, and it's
Yep.
like, who don't I have unlocked? Who do I need to play as? Who do you know? There's like I saw a short or TikTok or some short form content of where to go to like get a bunch of food. But it's like, I really don't want to scroll 5 pages to the right to see which version of Yoshi I don't have. Like, that's annoying as hell, dude.
Gotta sort it. You gotta hit that sort button.
Gotta hit a sort button. Or just like before, if you wanted a different color Yoshi, you click Yoshi and it just shows you the
They
different
already had
versions
it.
of them.
Yep.
They had it.
They had it.
It's almost
There's
like Call of
nothing-
Duty.
there's
Call of Duty
almost
had
nothing
it
I
and
hate
then they
worse.
just...
You can't get
different.
worse. You can't get worse. You know, at the very least, you stay the same, but you can't get worse. It's unacceptable. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah. But no, like, I do want to get some more characters unlocked for it. Also, I'm going to go with that Donkey Kong Direct. I just cannot wait for that game. That
Dude.
game looks so damn good, dog.
Yep.
Like, that game looks great.
Fee, you should
That-
have you watched the Donkey Kong Direct? You should check it out. I feel like the music in it, look, if you're not even going to play the game, just go there for the music. Holy crap.
I will check this out.
It's got some major ballad, like, I don't know, I'm a little out of my depth, but it's like maybe some anime energy kind of happening in here. Just like Paullin just
Anime
belting it out, man.
energy
She
and the
wants to be a
characters you
singer.
turn into, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You see him go Super Saiyan and go nuts and create
Turns into a
rainbows,
zebra.
dog? I know. It's amazing. Like, it's
Yep.
so good.
Yep.
It's funny because, like, somebody asked me when I went to that work event, they're like, did you get a Switch too? And I'm like, yes. And he was asking, how is it? And I kind of was like, it's, kind of like a Switch. It's more powerful. It's going to have some exclusive games. And the moment I saw that DK Direct, I was just like, this is why I have this
That's
thing.
the one.
I
Same.
can't wait to play this.
Totally
Is
the
it
same.
July already? Like, come on, let's go.
Almost.
Yep.
That turned into the game, like I had mentioned yesterday on the Nintendo Drive, of I will stop playing everything else
I'm with you.
until
Yeah.
I beat this game
100%.
because I cannot wait. The
Can't
game
wait.
is great.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah, pretty good. Nice.
Sean?
But yes, that's it.
Yeah, Fee, do you have a
What have
question
you
for
been
me?
playing?
Ooh, man. Okay. I've been playing a couple things. My sort of like when I have 5, 10, 20 minutes, I've been playing a little more of that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, a little Marvel versus Capcom. Did I talk about Marvel versus Capcom too much? I played all the games in this Marvel and Capcom fighting collection. It's got like X-Men Children of the Atom and the Punisher and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and vs. 2 and Street Fighter's in there, and there's a whole bunch of X-Men and Street Fighter, a bunch of crossovers. And I just took the round. I just took a little, like one match from each. And they're, you're playing Wolverine and Spidey and Ryu and Ken, that kind of stuff. And it's just a nostalgia hit for me. But I think what I was chatting with the Ryan Turford from the Role Playing Game Cave here at Carpool Gaming. I'm like, maybe we can jump on a stream because I need help. Like, I don't remember how to do any moves. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Why is this so funny to you, Mitch? Because you got your popcorn over there. What are you giggling about?
No. You're just right. Because when it comes to fighting games, I don't know how.
I'm like, what do
any
I
of this stuff.
do?
No,
Like,
I get it.
I can fake my way through like a match or two, but like I'm not winning anything. I'm not really unlocking any achievements over here.
That's the reason why I don't play those. Because
but it's still
even
fun.
at a young age, I thought I was too stupid to navigate or learn the game.
I just need some basics. I'm operating on almost nothing. I basically just try to do the Hadouken motion with all the characters, and if it works, that's my character. But sometimes you gotta hold back for 2 seconds forward and a punch. Like, I don't know what move sets there are for some of these characters. I just gotta wrap my head around it. So I want to take you for a ride and play some of those games, and I'm glad that I bought that game. So that'll be one I maybe keep to myself, other than streaming it in public with Ryan helping me out. So shout out to that one. I'm glad I got it. I don't know which one I want to do first. I'm going to do this one first. Okay. you guys don't have to hear me talk about hockey anymore. The NHL playoffs are over. The overly complicated NHL playoffs IRL tournament bracket to determine the game Sean plays and reviews, which involved all the CPG hosts and some community members. Tournament bracket is over because the Oilers lost. The Florida Panthers won, which means that Rybo from the community is the winner of this 3-month tournament that we've been having to determine the game that I will play and review next. And he could have chosen anything, this Rybo. He could have picked Just Dance if he wanted to. Yes, Fee?
Thank you, Sean. Florida has a team?
They have 2 teams.
Why do they have 2 teams? They can't.
They can't even make ice.
They
I know.
don't even. What is happening?
I had one and they ran away to Utah.
Yeah.
That. You know what?
Yeah, they
I
got the
thought-
Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is in Florida.
It's all those snowbirds from Canada that went down to
Yeah,
Florida.
I've seen a
what?
Florida Panthers game back in whatever year that was, 2014. I saw in Sunrise, Florida. I saw Florida Panthers play. And they played the Montreal Canadiens, actually. And it was like seeing the Montreal Canadiens at home. There were more Canadiens fans there because that's just how that goes down there.
Yeah.
They have tax incentives to start Athena in the chat. Yes. You don't pay taxes, apparently. You don't pay state taxes. So you can get all these players for less because they don't have to pay taxes.
I will tell you, every Coyotes game that I went to, if there was any team from up north,
Oh, yeah.
any,
We're all cheering for
just
them.
dude, no Coyotes fans there. None.
So my Edmonton Oilers lost. It was heartbreaking. I don't want to watch another hockey game ever again, but that's a whole other story. And you guys don't have to hear me talk about hockey at least until next year, and who knows what the heck else. But it's all video game related because whatever team won was attached to a person. I think Fee, you were Winnipeg, and you really got kind of bamboozled on this. You should have gone farther. Seth was up there right with, he made it to the second last round. He was there pretty good. But Rybo he could have chose Just Dance. He could have chose Final Fantasy VIII. But Rybo has chosen, I think, what might be a serious GUI contender in what is Lies of P. This game, holy crap. I think it's on Game Pass. I think that's why I have access to this one still. I'm bouncing back and forth between PC and my Xbox, depending on how much I want to lean in. But just from a visual standpoint, let's just geek out about the visuals here. You play what I think you are playing as Pinocchio, who is the most realistic of puppets in a land of kind of mechanical evil puppets in a game that's basically Bloodborne. It's basically Bloodborne, Mitch. What are you scrunching about over there?
Lies of P isn't on Game Pass.
I don't know why I have it then.
I think it
on
was at
Game
one
Pass.
point in time.
Yeah, they removed
Maybe it was
it.
an ID at Xbox code.
It had to have been. There's no other reason I
Probably.
think you would have it. I don't know if you
No,
bought it or
well,
not.
there
It
you
is
go.
Play Anywhere, Xbox Play Anywhere, but not on Game Pass as we speak right now.
Well, thank you for confirming before we send everybody over to Game Pass. And they're like, that idiot sent me to Game Pass. And it's
Just
not
looking
even
out
over
for
there.
you.
Thank you.
People being
Appreciate
mean to you
that.
on the internet, bro.
Leave me alone. I don't want to be perceived. I'm not that far into it though, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It just seems to work. And I played the demo, so I already knew that this had is a pretty good game. I'm past the point where the demo happened, and I've got a grappling hook. I didn't know there's a grappling hook in this game, and that's a lot of my excitement with this one. You attach it to kind of like this mechanical arm, and you shoot it at a guy, and he just brings him to you, and then you slash him up with your sword, and man, it feels pretty good. But it's got the same old tropes as Bloodborne and Dark Souls. There's enemies hiding around corners, and there's guys shooting at you, and there's big bosses that you gotta conquer and stuff. And if you die, you lose all your currency and all that kind of stuff. But man, I'm gonna be reviewing this game. I gotta finish it. I'm gonna review it on the channel as part of the commitment here. So thank you to Rybo. Dude, this game. This is the right time for it. I'm very grateful for Rybo. He could have picked anything, but I'm here with Liza Peep, so shout out to that.
I also want to shout out
What?
grappling hooks make every game better.
That's what I'm saying. Put it in
Swear to God.
everything.
They added it in Titanfall 2. They added it in Halo.
Yeah.
They
Put
added
it in
Fortnite.
NHL 26.
Sure.
Yeah. Put a grappling
That's a
hook in
foul
there.
or something.
Just grab the goalie and be like, get over here.
Get over here. Yeah. Mortal Kombat. Shout out. Dude, that Mortal Kombat collection's coming. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, grappling hooks make everything better, though.
Oh, yeah, Liza Peep, this is it. I'm so grateful because I've been struggling sometimes. I don't know what to play. But last week I mentioned to you guys I had done a tournament bracket on my own and ended up almost selecting New Vegas, but I didn't select New Vegas. I ended up selecting Terminator Resistance. And this game has been on my backlog, so I put it onto my front log. And this is one that was put onto my backlog really by Ryan Turford. Again, shout out. He played this forever ago, back when he was on the Xbox Drive. And it's always looked really good to me. I always liked the Terminator movies, of course. But I didn't really know what I was jumping into, Mitch. I thought I was going to just kind of jump into basically like a Call of Duty type of game, like a couple of missions, single player kind of thing set in the Terminator universe, which it kind of is, but I would argue it's like a Fallout light. Like, it's obviously post-apocalyptic. That's Terminator. The human race is being wiped out by AI. So yeah, all you guys training Chat GPT just for us to wipe us all out. Like, it's coming, man. The nuclear holocaust charged by the machines, Mitch.
We didn't put conspiracy theories on the thumbnail, though, did we?
Oh, next time.
Damn it.
Next time.
Missed opportunity. Bingo card. Go on.
Terminator Resistance, you play in the apocalypse after the bombs have dropped. You're fighting against the machines. And I would say, like, if you're a fan of those movies, especially 2, maybe 3, but especially 2, there's a lot of world setting and world building as far as what John Connor is going to be doing to fight the machines. And this is, did I say this already? It's kind of like Fallout Light. Like, it's got some RPG elements in here. It's got don't get me wrong. It's not as vast, and you don't have like side characters kind of following you along or anything, but you've got some quests. You got a quest log. You got some inventory. You got a skill tree going on here. You got some cool weapon upgrades and stuff like that. And you start with just some basic normal pistols, but then you get some lasers, and then you get some red lasers, and you get some purple lasers, and man, it feels good. You hate these Terminators, these T-800s and all these different robots. You hate them because they're just mercilessly killing you and all your friends and all your relatives and then all the human race, and they're devastating. It's kind of like Aliens. Like, if you ever played Alien Isolation, there's no escape. For a while there, you're like, man, I don't think I can handle a single Terminator. There's one lady who tells you, if you see one of those Terminators, do what I do and just run. It's basically a line out of the Matrix, I think, talking about those agents. But then you start being able to handle them with those lasers and the pew-pews and everything. And my goodness gracious, it is not a long game. It's kind of like, it's a nice, tight experience. I started it just before we recorded last week, and I 1,000 gamer scored it earlier this week, you guys. So good. So much fun. I won't spoil anything, but there's nice little sprinkles of the Terminator movies and their timelines. Like, it sort of explains a little bit of what was happening in the movies coming in from the future. Of course, there's time travel. It's inherent in the Terminator series. So shout out to freaking Terminator Resistance. I was really surprised by this one. And I think actually when we recorded last week, I'm like, I don't know if I like this game. I started the first hour or two going like, I'm not so sure. And man, I really enjoyed it. I loved killing those damn machines without prejudice. Is that the saying? I killed them without prejudice.
That's true. That is the same.
So they're all dead now. And I saved the world. And I feel pretty good about it. 1,000 gamer score. Pretty great. The end.
Yeah, I was just looking up this game because I honestly don't remember what this game was. And this is from 2019.
Yeah, this game is old. This game is pretty old. Yep.
But again, it's crazy too. On Steam, it's $40 still. Like, damn, dog.
It goes on sale.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it definitely it goes on sale often.
Yeah, but no, like that's cool. Great Canadian super. Okay.
Oh, this is a long ad. Oh snap! I thought we were gonna get like 5 seconds before we switch
welcome
over to the
YouTube,
trailer.
adding 2-minute unskippable ads.
Come on now. Shout out to Canadian Tire though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, like I'm looking at this game and I mean, does it play like a game from 2019?
A little bit, and not like a full AAA game either. I think the studio's out of Poland actually, and I'm almost positive it's also the studio that did the latest RoboCop game. So they're all into that was just the classic 80s games. But like, it's got all the lighting effects that get me all excited, the lasers and the fire and everything like that. It's just, I think the thing it nails probably the most is that feeling of like you up against this army of machines. Like, how are you supposed to deal with these guys? they're so devastating and so violent against you. But you upgrade your weapons and you start to actually become a bit of a badass, and you play a pretty big role, this character you're playing, in the whole story of the Resistance. So shout out, man. Pretty good. I will say, Yon32, it says, you have my attention. There are two, potentially, there are two optional, there's romance options in this game. And I just need to give you guys, like, they're so awkward and bad and just.
Is it to robots?
No. No, it's with humans. It's with real people. You're fighting the robots. Come on now.
I don't know, man. There could be some good robots.
It's just first person lovemaking, and nobody needs that, dude. You just not. It's not good.
Is it too much for you, IRL dog? Like, are you okay? Like, do you have third person lovemaking you're used to or something?
You just don't need it in video games. You don't need the first person. And it's like, I mean, you kind of make your way around the Resistance crew. Like, come on, dude. It's just unnecessary. I felt it was awkward. I felt it was a little much. So, but shout out. Other than that, and you don't even get an achievement for it.
You ain't getting 1,000 out of 1,000 unless you're doing awkward first person.
Yarded in the chat says robot romance. You have my attention. Maybe in the next game. Maybe in the next game. So I'm glad I played it, man. That's been on my list. You guys know I'm always spreading the sheets. That's been on my list for a long time. So I got that crossed off. 1,000 gamer score.
Speaking of first person lovemaking.
Yeah, spread those sheets.
Poor choice of words at that moment.
The spreading the sheets? I know exactly what I'm doing, Mitch. Come on now.
Except for first person lovemaking games.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Those are all the games. I beat against the 13th game I think I beat this year. Pretty good. Rolled credits. Pretty great. And as we're here watching on YouTube, right after the trailer that we just watched, wouldn't you know it, Ryan Turford's Pentiment review came up. So shout out to Ryan. Yeah, nice. Okay. The end of that segment. Mm-hmm. What do we do next, you guys?
I think we bring in some people into the carpool, Sean.
Do it. You want to go ahead and do that there, Fee? We got Bowser on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? It's my first time doing this, guys, shockingly. So here we are. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to do this section. Okay, starting off with Yon32, with the theme of it being Mitch's birthday. What are your go-to birthday meals? Mitch, you want to start off since it's your birthday? What did you have for dinner today, and what would you?
I had Chipotle because they sent me a coupon. And they were like, "Hey, BOGO," and I was like, "Hey, I know the rest of the family's gonna want Chipotle after I say this." So yeah.
If your family told you right now, you can have whatever you want for dinner. Like this is like, no, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, like you're on death row.
Exactly. Your death row, your last meal, if you will. What do you want for your birthday, Mitch?
There's a restaurant that's called Cheddar's, and if anybody knows, they know. Like, I think Seth might know because there's Cheddar's in Texas. Yo, Cheddar's slaps so hard. Immediately, I would go there. I would get myself some chicken tendies. I would get myself some ribs. I'd get myself like those croissant rolls that they have. Like, oh my God, they're delicious. Yeah. That would have been it. Yeah. There's just a collection of good comfort food. You know what I mean? Just mashed potatoes and meatloaf and like all the stuff that they have at Cheddar's. It's so good, dude. And it's so like the best part is because again, I'm like conscious here. Like it's not expensive and like portions are huge. So when I go there, I don't feel like I'm spending $150 on my family. So yeah. Wait, jeez Louise, dog.
Tim in the chat says you ain't walking straight out of Cheddar's. Tim knows.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Tim, what do you get at Cheddar's?
Yeah, tell us more, guys. Jeez.
Tell us more. But no, like that place is great. But honestly, I mean, I'm also, dude, I don't know if you know this, I like food a lot. So, I mean, there's like
Me too.
Awesome pizza places. I was thinking about Texas Roadhouse because again, Texas Roadhouse slaps. We need to take people who don't know about it at Extra Life to Texas Roadhouse. It's delicious. It's funny because like I can't remember where Bowser put the photo. She put a photo of her at a restaurant, and I immediately went, "Oh, cool, you're at Texas Roadhouse." And people in that chat were like, "How the hell did you know that so quickly with this photo?" I'm like, "Oh, I can tell you 7 reasons why I know that's Texas Roadhouse because I've been in there 100 times." So yeah, there's a lot of great places to eat. But today it was Chipotle.
Nice.
It was really good. Although I ate dinner at like 3 p.m. just because I knew I was going to be doing the podcast. So
What
I
an
was like,
old man. It is
I
your
did,
birthday.
yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. I just got my AARP card and I got my senior discount. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Just
early bird special.
So good. Exactly. I just want to put out, I can't see in the chat, says, yes, Cheddars. We have them in Huntsville, Alabama. Had a good filet there in March. Yo, Cheddar slaps. It is so good. And also, Jan in the chat and Ryan both says, we need a Texas Roadhouse here. You sure do. It's actually the #1 restaurant, like chain restaurant now in America. It actually beat out Olive Garden for like best comfort food restaurant or whatever. So yeah.
Hey,
also,
this is
Benny in the chat-
unnecessary. Benny with the $10 super chat says, "Happy birthday, Mitch! Get this man some popcorn."
I just
Dang,
want to point
man.
out, no one else got themselves a $10 super chat for their birthday except for me. You're welcome, Carpool.
Damn, man, my birthday's coming up.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up too.
Look at us.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh.
hey, make sure it's even, please.
Yep. Oh, damn.
Gotta be even.
Man,
Gotta be
that's
even.
so sweet, man. Thank you so much. Already
so
a gold
much.
member coming in with a $10 super chat. Gee
Right.
whiz. Gee whizzikers.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm looking at the menu for this restaurant, and it is never ending.
Yeah,
What-
we should all
which
just like
restaurant? Which
order
one?
from
Cheddar's.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, Cheddar's is so, dude, it's so good. Like every
I've
app
never
is
been
good.
to any of these.
Every app is good. Every entree is good. They make this like fried catfish that is so good.
I saw.
Yeah.
Is it Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen? Is that the right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
it's
Googling.
oh,
wow. It's asking me for
I'm
my
leaving.
location.
I'm going
I'm
there
nowhere
now.
near it, all right? Whatever.
I'm running away. I'm
Oh, what do
officially
we got
running
here? We got
away.
family bundles. Could I just have that for myself?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah,
you
they
get
make
a gallon of lemonade. Look at that.
Gallon of sweet tea. Oh
Well,
my goodness. Y'all
This is
Americans.
great.
Holy
Yo, man.
moly.
Yeah.
This,
leader in obesity for a reason. We sell gallon jugs of sweet tea and lemonade with family
Ooh,
meals.
even the baked potato soup. I tell you,
I swear to God, it is the best place ever. And it sucks because
Look
I
at
don't
this.
think there's one in New York. Here's what I'll tell you guys. I just want to say this, okay? Bowser's here. Hi, Bowser. We miss you.
Bowser.
I just want to say this. If we ever do Extra Life in Phoenix,
yeah.
we'll go to Cheddar's, guys. Don't worry.
down.
Buzz,
Might have
Buzz,
to
Buzz doesn't leave his house ever. If I tell him, yo, we're going to Cheddar's, he'll go. Like, it's that good. Like, Buzz has been to Cheddar's with me a couple times. It is delicious food. So, yeah.
This looks
Here we
pretty
go.
great, guys. I'm like, okay, we're now,
I'm telling you, like, nothing there sucks. Like, every day.
How do you even choose? You need a wheel. They must.
No.
They must come to the table and give you a wheel. Don't give you a
man's
menu.
gonna bring a damn wheel to the
menus.
store. If he,
Just wheels.
This
Yeah, like
one.
Price is Right.
that Monte Cristo right there is the weirdest thing. My daughter, of all people, she's like, that looks good. I'm like, I've never ordered that. And she gets it, and that's the only thing she gets from now on. That she loves it. But no, cheddar slaps so hard. They're so good. Like, I cannot tell you how good this place is.
Guys.
I had that country fried chicken the other time that I went, and it was amazing. Like, yes, this
Even
restaurant
the grilled
is
cheese
the
looks
best.
great.
Yeah.
Every single item looks amazing. Dude, this is
I
incredible.
swear to God. And the best part is, like, sometimes you go to a restaurant, right? And you see a menu, like a picture of it, and it does, you know, like, oh, this looks. No, they all look just like that, guys.
I'm
They
sorry,
all
fried
look
apple
so-
pie. I'm sold.
Wait, what?
They have a fried apple pie
Oh,
at the
you're
bottom.
looking somewhere else. Look at the kids
No, I'm looking
menu.
at
It's
the very
pretty good.
bottom.
Oh, we got gluten sensitive over here.
Yeah, dude.
Oh wow.
There you
Oh,
go.
the carrot cake. Give it to me.
Oh yeah, this is
Classic cheesecake. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did get I think a free appetizer at Cheddar's in my email because again I'm fat and I sign up for all these things.
Go this
so, yeah,
weekend.
I probably will. I'm not
Mitch.
gonna lie.
I'm
yeah.
on my way.
Yeah,
to order and then take photos for us and post them in the Discord.
I'm telling you,
please.
it's so damn good, dude.
Oh my
Uh,
Yeah,
Tim, when you go, Tim in the chat says, "I'm on a diet." Not anymore. You're not. You're damn right, dog.
not
you go
anymore,
there.
you're
You
not.
don't.
Not
You
anymore.
walk in and calories don't count at all. You just walk in.
is
It's
this?
fine.
Yeah, just spin the wheel and get it on with
Some
it.
swirl, guys. I'd go broke. I would just be like, here.
That's why you go on your birthday.
You know the best thing is,
Exactly.
I just convinced half of our hosts to go. We should host Extra Life in Phoenix, guys. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we should definitely host it there.
Man, we should send this to Cheddar's. We should clip this out and send it to them.
Please.
Yes.
Hey, I live here. I can eat your
Please.
restaurants. Please.
Texas frozen swirl peach, guys.
Dang, I'm
I
so
love
glad you
peaches.
educated
Peaches are my
me on this.
favorite.
Look at
Yeah.
this.
I'm gonna send this to Buzz too, and Buzz is just gonna be like hard agree. Like this is
Got
absolutely
weekday lunch
yeah.
over here. Look at this. Oh, good stuff.
This is wild, guys.
Yeah.
I think this is all of our answers.
Half of the chat
Yeah.
hasn't been there.
Yeah,
Half
same.
the posts haven't been there. They're all just like, this is the greatest place on
Yep.
earth. I'm just saying.
Yep, ditto.
They bring out these croissants with like butter and like, oh my god, that's like your bread that they bring to the table. They bring you a free set of those. They're like, here you
I
go.
love it.
And you're just like, I'm home. This
Like
is wonderful.
sweating thinking about eating all this food.
Yeah.
You got meat sweats.
Yeah.
Through
From
the internet.
looking.
Oh, it's so
Oh my
good.
goodness.
Good
My
stuff.
goodness.
All right, thanks, Yon32, for that question. That's my answer. I don't know about you, Fee, but that's definitely that's what I want for my birthday.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. And my birthday is in a few weeks. I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie today, guys. I went to this place. It's like this Middle Eastern like restaurant, and we got to go. And have you ever like gone to a restaurant and you like
No.
smell something insanely good, and you're like, I hope that's what I'm getting? That's what happened to me today, and it was literally barbecue grilled like wings and with like the spice. So freaking good.
Yeah.
So good. Now I'm just needing to, but no, probably this. If I had a Cheddar's near me, it would be Cheddar's.
So
We got to start one.
We have
my
to.
my favorite
Franchise
thing
in
was
Edmonton.
exactly. My favorite thing was when I was in Texas for my aunt's wedding. We were like about to leave town, and they were just like, "Hey, where are we gonna go eat?" And my cousin from the other damn room just shouts, "We're going to Cheddar's!" I'm like,
I get it.
I'm like, she's stoked. Let's go. And then there was only one Cheddar's in Arizona that was probably about an hour away. And I definitely made trips there before. I was like, we're going. We'll find something else to do on that side of town, but we're absolutely going there. And now there's one about 20 minutes from the house.
Yeah,
I'm
and
very
now
happy.
if you go and use promo code Carpool Gaming, you'll save 10% off your first order.
For the
So
love of
shout
God,
out.
if I get us a cheddar sponsor based off how I just
Telling
discussed that, I would be so happy for us. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Love it.
Love it.
Let's just see here. Actually, fun fact, guys. We have a question from Bowza. First time, long time. Who is going to take up the mantle of versus like champion since I'm on vacation?
That's Sean. I'm not
Vampire
doing it.
Survivors like the
Yeah.
VS was Vampire Survivors.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna have to be
Not
Sean.
not versus. Not versus.
I mean, okay, you know what?
I just want to make it
I tried.
understandable for the audience. And that just killed Mitch. The versus, like,
This is so mean. You're just like Vampire Survivors. Actually,
it
She
didn't
just
make any
goes-
sense.
And,
People
and then
can't
she
see
just
the
goes.
question.
It was the face after.
it
It was
says
the
VS
face after. She just
-1.
goes.
She's like, "What do you want from me? I'm just reading the teleprompter."
I told you this
over
is my
here."
first time, and you call out a
Exactly.
mistake I did live in front of everybody. You're
Sorry.
the best.
I'm not calling out. It just,
I just
it-
want to preface that in the Discord, it is not vampires. Like it's not written out. It's Vampire
Yeah, it's
Survivors.
just VS.
It says
Look,
VS.
I'm not saying. Look, this is obviously Bowser's fault. This is definitely not your
Bowser's
fault. This is
fault.
Bowser's fault. She said VS. You said versus. That makes sense to me.
I was to say, both of you guys are correct. I just want to say, both of you guys are correct. It's just
That's
in the
right.
mind of the person reading it, it means different things. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Bowser.
next in line for this to answer the actual question. That's probably. It's probably. I don't know that I have any. Like nothing's on the docket. Nothing's. Oh, referencing the thumbnail. No, I get it. We get it. Bowser's trying to save herself here. You typed out VS, so she said versus. Like I get it. I understand it. Maybe in short, none of us are doing the versus. Versus.
Versus.
This makes me think of Mario Kart 64. Versus.
Okay. Well, the
All right.
answer is Sean.
Yep. Thanks, Bowser. Thanks, Bowser.
Bowser, I miss you. Okay. Last question that we have is from I Can't See, which seems pretty topical right now since apparently I cannot. With news about next gen hardware.
Wow.
Do you think the Xbox Ally OS will also be on Xbox consoles, etc.? Also, how would you feel if they made the current Xbox OS available for other hardware devices, etc.?
Mitch.
How do you feel about that? Mitch?
That Xbox OS is going to be on everything.
Yeah.
that Xbox OS that they're making for the ROG Ally and all that stuff, that will replace the current Xbox OS.
Yeah.
And that will be a unified OS across all handhelds, all hardware, everything.
Yeah.
And I really do believe that. I think the current Xbox OS has been obviously like putting Steam games and stuff like that in the current one obviously is doable, but I think it'd be better. Like Sarah Bond even said flat out, we want Windows to be the priority platform. She didn't say, she said Windows. So like they're literally, I think they're just going to put all their focus into one UI, make it seamless for any device that Xbox makes or non-Xbox makes. Like just that's your Windows software. And I think that is literally going to be seamless across all devices because they want that play anywhere feel to just be unified across everything. And I really do think that when they get that nailed down, that next generation hardware that they did talk about with that partnership with AMD and all that stuff is going to use this new OS, a refined version of it. But I mean, the version that's going to come out on the ROG Ally that's happening this winter or whatever, that's going to be like step one. I mean, they're still going to have time to refine it and stuff like that. It's not like, I don't think they're going to take my Series X and put that OS on it. I don't.
Agreed.
I think this Series X's OS is where it's at, and it'll still get updated. Obviously, they're going to still support it. But I think new generation hardware moving forward and that ROG Ally are all going to have the same software, and everything's going to be seamless with your cloud saves, your games, your all that. It's just going to work super seamless. So, yes, I believe it.
What do you think? I agree with you 100%, and I'll take it one step further, but by doing so, I'm actually going backwards. We're going back to the present, actually. Like, I could foresee the Series X getting a UI update that is then the same as whatever the next console is, because they do this sort of like continuum, right? Like, I don't see them leaving the Series X and S behind, actually, that whenever the new consoles are coming out, that even now consoles will be updated with this as well. Like I maybe there's a possibility, but I could foresee that as well. But there could be a technological reason for that not to happen, but they're all PCs anyways.
Right.
Like that's why it's going in this direction, like technologically speaking. They're all x86 architecture. Like it's just a PC,
Right. I don't think when the ROG Ally comes out, they're going to change the Series X. I think when next gen hardware comes out.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Like this is and you nailed it.
Old stuff.
Yeah. This is the first step when this one comes out. So.
I also think when that next step comes out next year or whenever they decide to do that next step, that's also when your ROG Ally is going to play those 360 games and your OG Xbox games and your back compat, series games, if you want to call them those. You know what I mean? Like I literally think that next gen hardware coming out is going to literally shake up everything that Xbox is and make it just so seamless to play anything, anywhere, no matter what. I really want that new hardware to come out. And again, I'm not even saying I would buy the new hardware. I just want to see the possibilities that if I can start playing my console purchased games back compat on this PC, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like I
crazy.
would love that because it would be amazing to just be able to do that. We'll see what happens though, but yeah.
It's so funny to me. I was thinking about it as a lot of this news that we don't really cover on this show, but that's fine. That we look, and just to maybe talk about that, we sort of leave it to the audience and the community to like let us know what's on your guys' minds, and we sort of like follow your guys' lead a lot of the times instead of just combing through news articles and stuff and regurgitating that kind of stuff. Like if you guys care about it, then you'll ask us about it. It's kind of the approach that we've had that I would say. I think it's just interesting that we just continue to hear what is coming in years to come from Xbox. And I could make fun of them for that. They just continue to say, this is where we're going. You don't hear that from PlayStation or really anyone else. It is a little bit different. And I was thinking about like, why is that the case? And the thought I had was whenever they try to surprise us and delight us, we hate them for it. Whenever they kind of go like, here's the future and it's here, we go, no, we don't want. So like they're warming us up. Like they're trying to prime us for this change. And that's kind of a bummer, I guess, that's really, they've been almost forced to do this. Because when they try to show us the future, we're like, we don't like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I love the fact that, like, a lot of people, want the future. They want to know what's happening, but then they don't want to hear about it, but they don't want change, but they want
I
change,
know.
but they want that. And it's just like, guys, pick a lane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you guys have another idea that you want to see, who knows? Maybe like that should be a career path that you take. But it's just, it just kind of bewilders me when I constantly see people online that are like, we need to see the next like generation of gaming. We need to see like something innovative. And then we see something innovative and they're like, whoa, this is not what I meant. It's just like, what do you meant? What did you mean? Because
But they're not going to surprise us when they announce the next system. It's one of these, and it has all these different platforms or whatever. It's like, we're already going to know, and maybe they're getting it. Maybe they kind of like test the waters on people's reactions to this. And it seems like, for the most part, there's excitement over this, which I also think is kind of new in Xbox land, where they tell us about something and we don't tell them to shove it. You know, so I guess we haven't seen prices for these ROG allies just yet. There's a bunch of rumors going around, but
Going to be expensive.
They're going to be pricey. So,
yeah.
And they're already I'm going to say niche audience, and I don't mean anything bad by it. It's just not for everyone. It's high price and it's a handheld kind of deal. Like, it's just not as ubiquitous, but we'll see. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe everybody's been waiting for $1,000 handheld that they can, that weighs 45 pounds. I have no idea.
This is the thing that I was thinking about. Yarden says they should go with the Switch route next. The handheld is the system, and it docks into an eGPU. I'd be in for that. I thought that was actually going to be their Series S version of this console when it comes out. I think your Series S version is a ROG
100%.
Ally that is portable, that plays everything, and then you just put it into a dock that beefs it up and does 4K outputs and all that stuff. That's what I think the base model of this new next-gen hardware is actually going to be. And then I think you're going to have your behemoth of a machine that's your Series X that's holy crap powerful, but it not portable whatsoever. I don't think the Ally X, I don't think they're going to have a dock to do the similar thing with that. But yeah, like I said, that's my initial thought is like your lower entry will be that Switch version. It's basically 100%. Switch 2 essentially. Like, it'll play Switch 2 style graphics, blah, 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 plug it in, up the performance. But
you know what's crazy to me that's taking sort of a back seat in this whole conversation, Fee, is like cloud takes back seat. Like and it's still sort of part of the conversation, but I kind of can't wait for it to make like an Avengers late in the movie, sort of like, we're here too, and we'll like add to this ecosystem as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I consistently talk about the fact that cloud is like it's something that people have been they've been wanting something different. They bring cloud into the picture, and I'm hoping that it doesn't get put on the back burner like we saw with Stadia, because that was the thing. Because at the kind of like the finish line for that was we were seeing a lot of like, oh, there's Android game or like Google Play games, and then they didn't mention anything about Stadia during, I think it was the 2022-2023 Games Fest, like Summer Games Fest, because they kept on popping up like, you can play this on your phones, guys, and it's just like, okay, but what about Stadia? And then we didn't really see much. So I'm hoping that because they've been kind of promoting doing like everything's an Xbox, that we see more conversations about cloud moving forward. I think we got to see a little bit of cloud recognition during the actual Xbox showcase. So I'm excited to see what they decide to do. Maybe we get to see some innovation there, because I feel like we're kind of plateauing slightly. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more in like either boosting it, maybe like trying to find a way so people can get maybe like pretty more consistent graphics. I'm not saying that the graphics aren't great right now, but finding something that it stabilizes a little bit better might be helpful.
They need a game or two that breaks out into that audience that isn't into the hardware that we're all talking about. Like they need that, I don't know, like that cloud isn't, it's not what we're already, well, two of us anyways, like cloud's your space, but like when they talk about there's 5 billion gamers on the planet and that's what cloud is meant to reach, it's like, you got to have the games to extend the olive branch out to them.
What's funny is, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Mitch.
I was actually going to say, so funny enough, on my Legion Go, I had moments where I was actually rather do the cloud streaming on my Legion Go rather than download the native game.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I know like natively it can play it, but it actually, like when I put, I did Doom, I did some stuff in Doom, and the fact that I think if they just make sure that the hardware that's powering all the cloud stuff is the highest end Xbox hardware available, I think that's number one thing. Because like, if I downloaded Doom natively on my Legion Go, it would have looked like trash compared to me just cloud streaming it.
Yep.
And if it is as seamless it is to get in there, and you know, if you're home and you have the option and all that stuff, I don't think the cloud part of it is going to be gone. I just think it needs to provide a crazy good experience fast. And it did. Like when I played Doom, when I played South of Midnight, it all ran instant, responsive, really well on those portable, you know, PCs, machines, whatever you want to call them. Like it ran so well.
Yeah.
So the fact that, and like I said, you play Xbox stuff and you don't even have that portable PC experience. Like you're playing on your TV.
Yep.
And that's just going to get better. Like I think that is going to be a big deal to them. Because if I had the option, I would.
Or
just
for
do
aging
that.
PCs, like
Yeah.
let's say you don't have like the latest graphics card. It's like maybe cloud can like bring you up to speed.
The craziest thing is when they did it with the Xbox One. What you used to be able to do cloud stream from your Xbox One because when they did the new flight sim, it wasn't going to work on the Xbox
right.
One. But there was an option to straight up cloud stream on the old hardware to run new hardware games. That's crazy. That is
time.
such a good way to make old hardware that could never run this game natively still have an option to play it. And you're on like hardware with a controller, not like a
100%.
backbone or any like weird configuration. You're literally playing it as if it's installed. So yeah, and like that's the other thing too. Use cloud, like I just saw, to install all the time. It's nice to be able to play a game instantly. Like I played Gears 4 with Queen because I didn't have it installed. And we were supposed to play it, and I was like, oh crap, like I don't have it installed. I'm like, oh wait, cloud instant play.
Yep.
Just didn't have to wait to play with my friends. I just was
40,
able to do
50
that.
gigs at a time.
Yeah,
You don't need
exactly.
to
And I'm
download
just
it.
like, dude, it was so nice when it's there in a pinch. As long as I think the big thing is, even if the hardware can natively play it, I just think it needs to be in your face. Like, do you just want to play it now? Do you want to wait to play it? If the device is capable of doing it, just make sure you blast that in someone's face while this is downloading. Like a pop-up will happen while this is downloading. Do you just want to play it while you wait?
100%.
Here you go. Like, that's
Yeah.
an easy way to make people do that. And I think the big thing is as long as it's readily and instantly available. Because there's been one moment where I couldn't instantly play it. I was in a queue. It wasn't a long queue, but that can happen. As long as it's like readily available and it's instant and it looks good and it plays well and it's responsive, I don't think cloud's going anywhere.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. Like, when I decided, like, a few weeks ago, I'm like, you know what? I want to try Doom. I want to try Doom Dark Ages. Did I have to download a 115 gig game? No. I just clicked on the game on my TV and I played it.
That's
And then
crazy.
That's so awesome.
And then did I want to go and play another game without having to download it? Absolutely. Did I try to play like 5 other games that afternoon and I didn't have to download anything? Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, it's a great way for people, like, if they decide I want to check out a game, but I don't want to wait like who knows how many hours, depending on what your internet's like. And especially with these larger games that are like over 100 gigs each, go and try it out. Like Mitch said, go try it out on your TV, go try it out on cloud. Like, there's no reason not to, especially if you have things like like if you have Game Pass, go and do it. Like, and I agree with you, Sean. Like, someone who has like a older PC, do it that way. That was the whole reason what got me into cloud gaming in the first place, was because I had a Franken computer back in 2020 and I'm like, this is horrendous, but was I able to do cloud gaming absolutely fine because I have like 1.5 gigs down? Absolutely. It was fantastic.
Damn.
So it's just like, it's a great opportunity, and it gives other people who don't have the opportunity, maybe you don't have a console, maybe you don't have the best running computer, maybe you want to test out something. That's why I'm so adamant about cloud gaming, because it allows more people to try out games and be able to play these like day one drops and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope we get to see more over the next few years, and especially with all these the handheld and of course the next generation consoles. So I'm hoping that we see some progress in that territory, because right now I'm concerned that it becomes almost an afterthought, so I'm hoping it doesn't do that. But
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like that's kind of why I brought it up here, because like there's a lot of excitement for new consoles and handhelds and everything. It's like cloud's still part of the conversation. I'm kind of like waiting for it to show up in a big bad way, and I don't know, that might be putting too much on to cloud. But yeah, like you kind of want somebody to bat you over the head with it. Like, don't download it, just like play it right now. Just making it a little bit more front facing, but who knows? We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I think
it is getting better in the store. Like in the store, they're
for
very
sure.
much like pushing it. Even on PC, they're pushing it.
Yeah. Shout out to cloud, man. Yeah, it's built into TVs now. It's pretty neat.
I haven't
All right.
tried that yet. I have a Samsung and LG TV. I haven't
I've got
tried
LG,
any of that yet either. So
The LG is literally attached to my Xbox, so I haven't really
right,
needed to
same,
like
right
yeah,
there,
so
exactly.
it's just one of those things. But yeah, I think it's interesting to talk about like different ways that you might use cloud in all the different places, because that has evolved so much. Like remember the controller, and then there was like the adapter thing that would hold your phone connected to the controller. It's like this little weird arm thing. I had two of them at one point, because like that was cloud gaming on Xbox at one point.
Right.
Like that was it. And now it's on your console, it's on your PC, it's all over the place, on your TV.
what if we did 1 week where the games we had to play, we could only do from cloud?
I mean,
What if,
Bowser
like-
should do it right now. Bowser could do it from on vacation right now.
That's true. What if we like had all of our experiences? We just try to run them on cloud and see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Just,
Yep.
you know, that's the only thing with me. For example, like certain types of games too worry me on cloud. Obviously, competitive shooters. Any
Yeah,
delay,
wonder.
I'm gonna get mad at. So like those are things that I worry about. But people play Fortnite on cloud all the time. When iOS did its whole nonsense with that game, so people were doing it and still having fun.
Shout out. Also, Ryan points out in the chat, shout out to Cloud Strife, of course, coming to Xbox finally with
of
Final
course.
Fantasy VII Remake. Nice. Thanks, everybody, for your questions. Before we round out the show, we got one more little surprise for you. Mitch,
Yeah.
we got Game Pass games. Normally, Bowser runs through these things, but I would say this is a pretty decent batch, and this is Wave 2 in June of 2025. Very quickly, we got Rematch. We talked about that earlier today. Got a bunch of Sean Capri games. Warcraft Remastered, Warcraft 2 Remastered, Warcraft 3 Reforged, all on PC. We got Call of Duty coming to Game Pass, Call of Duty World War II. We also got Against the Storm, Little Nightmares 2, Volcano Princess, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Star Trucker, and Wild Frost. What do you think about this little batch of goodies there, Mitch?
That's good. A lot of those, a big thing was they are coming to standard. So that was the some of those are already on Game Pass, but they were coming to standard. So that's also good for people that don't have Ultimate or don't have PC version. So good for them. I feel bad for you because you literally just bought the Warcraft bundle.
I really did.
Like you really just did. And I was like, I'm not saying not to. If you want to play them right away, go ahead. But out of all the games there, Rematch, like I said, is good. I know Queen plays Little Nightmares too. I know a lot of people like that. I'm going to shout out Rise of the Tomb Raider because those Tomb Raider remakes are awesome, bro. They're
still
so
good.
They're so good. Like, and they're super pretty. And I'm sure, especially on like newer gen, I'm not sure if those ever got Series X or S upgrades or anything, but yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider, that whole like remake trilogy was awesome.
Yep.
Everybody should check those out.
Make those games again.
Yeah.
Fee?
That'd be cool.
Anything stick out to you for this?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested to check out Wild Frost.
Okay.
It is a card game. It's a roguelike deck builder. So those are two words that I love to hear. So I will be checking this one out. I love the art style. I know a game that looks very like close to this, and I think it's by the same devs. And of course, I'm not able to think of it off the top of my head, but it's just, I love the style of it. It looks really fun. So I will definitely be checking this one out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much like, of course, it would be interesting to check out Warcraft as someone who has played Warcraft before. World of Warcraft, not the actual Warcraft games. And
Start with 3 then. Go. That's probably the closest bridge to what ended up being World of Warcraft, I would say.
Okay.
Warcraft 2 is like, and Warcraft 1 very different. They're just classic real-time strategy games. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out because I was interested. I haven't particularly checked them out previously. I've heard nothing but good things, not just from you, but I remember when I used to play WoW and people are like, "You should play Warcraft," and I'm like, "Someday." And
Someday.
maybe this is that day. You know what I
Well,
mean?
this is, I don't know, maybe there's a better example than this, but I would say this is, like, quantity-wise, the most Activision Blizzard games we've got in a single drop. We've got 3 Blizzard games and then a Call of Duty here as well. And, you know, people, that might be another segment for another show. What else is there? Like, what else do we want? They're obviously doing this Call of Duty thing way different than I think any of us ever imagined. We thought maybe
Yeah,
a batch
seriously.
of them, maybe all at
Yeah.
once. Like, it's not any of it. It's like once in a blue moon, we get a Call of Duty game.
They can technically drip feed them, but at the same time too, there's certain games that, like, I'm not gonna lie, did many people care about World War II? This particular Call of Duty, not just the, you know.
That's too
But,
bad.
like,
You're right. Like that's people I think kind of maybe overlook this one. I think it's really fun. I really like this one. Yeah, I mean they've gone back to World War II how many times over the years?
For sure. Yeah.
yeah. I think this one was really nice. And also, speaking of World War II, the one that I really care about them bringing back, mainly because I just sold my 360 copy of it, is World at War.
World at War. Yeah.
That's the one. Yep.
World at War. Yeah. I mean, like, I think that's going to be, and you're right though. I mean, technically they could have just dropped Call of Duty every quarter if they wanted to do it, which it sounds like almost that's what they're doing.
Might be at about that pace. Yeah.
Like the last one wasn't it Modern Warfare 3 that just got put into Game Pass
Yeah, the
like a
remaster.
couple months back or something? Yeah.
And that's just it. Like they're all pretty recent. Like there's not really a whole lot of 360 stuff. But again, there was a bunch of rumors go around this week that original Xbox and 360 games may be coming to PC with some sort of back compat porting magic that this is what I want from Microsoft, from Xbox. This is like some technical mastery, some wizardry when, you know, others can't do that. I want that. That is how you unify all these ecosystems. That is, and it's just neat. You know, as a tech dork, it's just like, look at that. How the hell did you make an original Xbox game playable on my PC? That's bonkers, dude. Shout out.
That's what I think is, like you said, that back compat game that I was telling you about. Like
100%
that's where
the
I
retro
think
thing?
that is your gateway to.
I think you're right.
It's just going to eventually add that stuff, and then again on Game Pass on this Xbox OS where Game Pass is baked in.
Yep.
Yep.
Very nice. Cool.
I'm
Well,
also-
nice batch of games there, Fee.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm actually interested in Against the Storm as well. It's a roguelike city builder game where you have to like build out these towns and then like tragedies essentially can happen where like different vines can like attack the town or a massive like mole person can come out of the ground and starts like doing this like huge like earthquake, and so half of your town gets decimated, and how are you going to respond to that? Never heard about it before in my life, but you know what? Sometimes you just like to check out the games that are coming out, and you know what? It looks interesting to say the least, and it apparently is a dark fantasy game that has like someone post like one of the reviews is it is very like Warcraft 3-esque, like the actual like themes. So I'm curious to see what the game's like. You know what? If it's on Game Pass, I'll definitely be checking that one out for sure.
I forgot to mention that also FBC Firebreak. Did we go over this last time? Like these were already here. It looks like it's available as of today or this week,
Yes.
anyways. This game was made by Remedy. I think Kevin from Save the Game Media has played and beat this already. So check out Save the Game Media for his impressions over there. Also, another Activision game on Game Pass now, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. I've never played this. It's no secret I'm not much of a fan of the Crash Bandicoot games, but a lot of you guys are, so shout out to you.
Shout out.
Lost in Random is also there, and then we get into the coming soon stuff, which we covered. Star Trucker, shout out to Star Trucker on the 18th. There, the end. Anything else, guys? Do you have anything else you want to chit chat about, or are we about that point in the show where we wrap it up?
I think we're about there.
I think we're about there, yeah.
That is all on episode 392 of the Xbox Drive. The first one, while Bowser is peacefully resting for a couple of weeks. She will return, of course, just like James Bond will return. Before we thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, Mitch, why don't you go ahead and tell us where people can find you on the internet, my friend?
You can find me everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Mitch Power 1116. I do have
Sad.
I have ideas for my birthday / affiliate anniversary stream that I typically do every June. Don't think it's happening tomorrow because I literally have not planned for it, but hopefully next week. My actual affiliate anniversary is the 29th of June, so we shall see. But I'll do a big stream usually, do some giveaways, do some community games, have some fun. So go check me out on Twitch.
Nice. Fee,
Hi.
where are you at?
You can find me over on Discord, Twitter, Xbox, all the places at Zoranix. And of course, I'll be streaming Date Everything this Sunday. So, real excited about that one. And we'll see how many people we date/meet in that game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hopefully all 150.
There we go.
Yeah, that's not voicing one of them. Sorry.
You do you, damn. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
As for me, you can find me on Blue Sky at CPG Sean. You can find me on our own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live, where I kind of want to play a little bit of that Marvel vs. Capcom. Maybe Fee and I will play a little Fallout 76. I do have that installed. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll play some of that rematch, which is basically Rocket League, but with soccer. But that's pretty much, find me in the Discord, that kind of stuff. And I think that's it for me. Before we leave, I would be remiss. I would be damn right totally disappointed in myself if I forgot to say thank you. So I will say thank you to everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. There are a ton of you. And I want to give a special thanks to our ultimate producers, Jonathan Brown. He does the music for this show and just incredible stuff. What are you shaking your head at over there, Mitch? You got your what are you interrupting me with your shaking your head? Bowser's not dead, just peachy. Just calm down, everybody. You interrupted my credits. Jonathan Brown, thank you so much for doing this music and music that everybody can enjoy at Spotify and Apple Music. Go! Click the link, linktree/pme.jib. Search for that PME on Apple Music and Spotify while you work, while you play, while you sleep, while you take a bath, if you like. And then listen to JB while you take a nice sweet bath. That'd be a good idea. Thank you, Technical Michael, who says whether you're a Kevesi or an Agnian, you are a Xenobabe at heart. Thank you to our platinum producers, Kiku, Peje EP, The Captain, and Uncle Tim Paullin. And to every single one of our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave, 1337, Benny, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dannohh, Dan and Luma, Emily O'Kelly, Jan32, Laura, Ligerwood 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Patrice Mallette, and Stephen Keller. You guys are all incredible. We could not do this without each and every single one of you. We'll be back next week, but Bowser ain't going to be back next week for episode 393, so we will all say goodbye at the end of this episode. Mitch, go ahead, say bye to the people.
Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.